Hello, everybody. Fucking COVID, man. Anyway, hello, everybody.
I don't think that's COVID.
God
Stop
damn.
blaming COVID.
Why not? Anyway, restart. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. We're the Geeks and the Journalists. I am Enzo. This is my forever co-host, John. Today, we're doing another anticipated movie lineup, starting with WALL-E in anticipation for the new Pixar movie, HELLOOO. I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it, but it looks cool.
I kind of given up on Pixar from time to time, but like, if it's good, it's good, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, we talk about WALL-E, and if you've been following this channel for a while, I've said some things about this trash robot, which I will admit, I will admit, I may have been wrong.
This fucker, this piece of shit, man. I remember watching this movie on like a class field trip, and like I remember seeing like the robot itself like move around in the theater. I was just like, I'm in love. I want that thing.
Yeah.
It's such a huge nostalgia for me rewatching WALL-E.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good, in my opinion. It's one of the best that Disney like came up with. That, Ratatouille, Toy Story, Ants. Ants. Sorry. Wrong studio. Bugs Life. My bad.
How was this? The Stallone movie? The Stallone Ant movie? Yeah. I saw this years ago too, and I just dismissed it as a throwaway Pixar movie. Like this, and not the first. What came after the first 5 minutes of Up? I was like, you know what? This is a whatever movie. Rewatching it again because I was told politely by you and our editor that I am out of my fucking mind. I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Or give it another spin. And oh Jesus Christ, I am wrong. It's a pretty good movie. For a movie that came out in 2008, CGI. Again, it's one of those movies where you told me like, hey, WALL-E just came out this year, made this year, and it's out now. I'll be like, yeah, I believe you. Because it's amazing. I forgot what his designated model is, but Trash Robot is adorable. Him and his cockroach companion are great together. I love them trying to piece back together the earth that humanity has wrecked. And watching this movie this year, I was like, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if we either took the WALL-E direction or the Gundam direction for humanity's future. Either one is bad.
Yeah, it's just bad. We just leave a robot on Earth. And by the way, what do you mean what's his designated number? It's on his fucking shoulder. It says WALL-E.
Is the robot's model recall a WALL-E robot? I forget. It's been a while. It's like last month I saw this movie. I still have pretty fresh.
Well, yeah, but like Eve is called an Eve unit.
Alright, you know what? Fuck me then. But yeah, and like I will say this, it is a masterpiece because for the majority of the movie, it's just non-verbal. It's just you watching WALL-E trying to make a living in the world we left, and you're like, I feel bad for doing this to WALL-E, but he's doing a remarkable job for someone trying to find any source of life in this garbage dump. You're like, and this movie came out in 2008, and you're like, what's the state of the planet now? Oh fuck, that's not good.
Yeah. Eesh.
Poor WALL-E has to pick up the pieces of this dying planet, and he has no companions aside from the cockroach until Eve shows up. And again, it's a masterclass on how to do chemistry with things that don't really speak.
Yeah, agreed. Like, I don't know. As soon as like Eve lands, you see the whole friction between like, oh, she has a mission. WALL-E just wants a friend. We all know the boy wants to fuck, but like, but yeah, the boy pretty much just wants a girlfriend and is falling in love. And I don't know. I just found the entire interaction just very cute.
Yeah,
like, is me. You just showing your girl all your interests. She doesn't really care, but you know. She does her best to listen.
Yeah. She tries to understand why you like these things, and you're like, alright, good on you.
Yeah. And like, for majority of them, like recent movies today,
Yeah.
why has two robots with zero dialogue have more chemistry than
Most couples in the movie is today.
yeah? So I was like, see, this is how you do it. It's all in the action.
Yeah.
It's all in the. You know how like Mr. Darcy does this shit. He does that. You know.
Yeah.
It says a lot.
Again, masterclass on how to get the audience attached to characters that are, for the most part, not talking, non-verbal. Yeah, it's just
They do talk a bit. You know,
Yeah.
like they copy each other's words, but the dialogue is just very minimal.
yeah, it's just Ivan, Wowie, and you're like, sure. And
Correct.
after this, like small light and this dystopia, we move on to like what I don't know why this went over my head watching it the first time, but it's an amazing homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey, where people are just dependent on robots to get them everything in life. Like it's kind of disgusting too when you're like, you see how people are fed in that space station, and you're like, humanity has really let itself go. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I will have to admit though, like them just lifting off and breaking orbit, and Wally's just like clung on. He just clings on, and just there for the ride. It's a beautiful, beautiful scene.
Yeah.
As he goes through space. That's where I was just like, "Fuck! I want to go to space. Like before I die, I have to go to space.
Yeah.
I want to see that." But yeah, I do see what you mean.
Yeah.
Sorry?
I was like seeing the visuals, watching this movie again. I was like, I hate myself for shitting in this movie because this is amazing cinematography.
You fuck. You suck.
And you were saying?
Yeah, but yeah, I do agree with you. Like, this is an homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey, where people are pretty much stuck on the chair and just like pretty much immobile.
Yeah.
To a point where like that's how this like steering wheel villain thing is keeping everyone at bay.
Yeah.
It's choosing not to bring them back to Earth because its entire mission is to go to space after 7 years, come back.
Yeah. And anything that breaks protocol is against its programming. But Eva discovering life on Earth is like, hey, this is a sign that Earth is habitable again, and we need to go back. Which was the mission in the first place, until the president was like, you know what, everything's fucked. Let's not go back.
Yeah, I do love that entire twist. Is that you're just like. Also, a pretty standout character here is the captain.
Oh yeah.
I love that. I love that character, but he's just like, it's like, why didn't you bring us back after our his supposed date?
Yeah.
And he just shows that like, hey, Earth's fucked.
Yeah.
We ain't recovering, but there is life.
Yeah.
But the steering wheel, I just calling it the steering wheel, has full control of this entire ship and everyone in it. That's why it does not want to return that power.
Yeah. Again, watching this movie this year, when it comes to like AI and the state of the planet, I was like, again, this movie came out in 2008. It has never been more important or more relevant, and I appreciate that. Also, you talked about them going to space. It's beautiful. Them dancing among the stars after Wally is resurrected is one of the most incredible scenes I've seen in the movie. Not just in an animated movie, because that's putting it in a box. In the movie in general, I'm like you with their chemistry, I was like, why don't most movies have such amazing visuals like this nowadays? It's mind-boggling, but at the same time, it's a testament to how great Wally is. And again, to you and the editor and the audience who were like, how dare you shit on Wally, I apologize. This is a great movie. But yeah, I do love the fact that the steering wheel just becomes the bad guy from 2001, and like you're like,
it's Hal.
Yeah, steering Hal tries to take over, but Wally rallies the people back to take back the ship and take back their lives against steering Hal. and then they defeat them and they go back to Earth, and it's not like an overjoyous moment of like, yeah, we're back on Earth. It's like, oh shit,
We got a lot of shit to clean up.
exactly.
Yeah. And like I love that entire scene where like even like the moment where Wally was supposed to dead.
Yeah,
As a kid, my heart fucking broke. I was like,
right.
I was just like, holy shit, you could do that?
I forgot about watching this movie for this video. I was like, what the fuck? I don't remember this shit.
Where Wally gets crushed. I
Yeah.
was like, oh my god. it was like somebody kicking a puppy, in my
Right.
opinion. I was like, oh, fucking shit, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
And yeah, and like Eve like trying to like put him back together, but
Yeah.
it's not him. And then through the power of love, yes, as corny as it sounds, they made it work,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah, even though it is through the power of love, in this situation, I was like, you know what? Since we're talking about gaining back our humanity, I fucking buy it. Why not?
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's a great Pixar movie, and it stands the test of time. It's relevant, and I am a fool for hating on it, but I will watch it again and again, like all the other great Pixar classics, because it deserves the highest of praise. Any last closing remarks before we end this?
yeah. This is the reason why I say thank you every time I ask AI for a prompt. Like after I put my prompt, I just say thank you. You know, they give me an answer. I'm like, yeah, thank you.
It's a good practice.
I don't use AI all that much, but when I do, just be nice.
Yeah.
Because if they do win, they might remember you.
You really want to take the chance to remember you, even though they may or not be our overlords one of these days, and they're like, you said thank you once, I appreciate that. And you're like,
Yeah, well, like leave John be.
He's
He's a good guy.
What would you rate Wally?
I would rate Wally a 10 out of 10, in my opinion. Like, it's like Ratatouille and like Wally right there for me.
Yeah.
It's such it's such a vibe, you know. Like even though we didn't get to see it, by the end we do get to see like this whole solar punk kind of environment where technology and nature like coexist together in harmony. I just love that entire aesthetic, and like like the visuals alone, I already have to give it a 10.
Yeah.
But the storytelling, even though there's barely any dialogue when it comes to our main characters, was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And like, yes, I do love that they gave an homage to 2001: A Space Odyssey, especially when the captain stood up. Because for sure, after like 700 years of just stuck on that chair, everybody's just amazed that somebody can use their legs.
Right?
Yeah. Fucking beautiful. I love it. I love this movie to death. And like, yeah, when I have a kid, I'm going to be showing them this movie.
Definitely. Damn. What an arc for me. I'll give this a 10 out of 10 as well. It's amazing to watch. Great characters.
You
great...
always doubt me.
I'm sorry. That was childish. I'm sorry. But yeah, great characters, great animation, great visuals, great homages. The music is amazing. I have the soundtrack. That's how much of an impact it left on me. And yeah, it's one of Pixar's best. And I like you, I'll show my future kids and future grandkids this movie because, again, Pixar was really cooking back in the early 2000s and early 2010s. I just don't know. I hope it gets back to form, even though they're making like, I don't know, Toy Story 5, and you're like, I thought you said no more sequels, man. But okay.
Yeah. All I want is for Disney to leave Wall-E alone. Maybe in a few years, instead of making a live action of something, remaster it, revamp it, remake it. You know, like not remake it. Like bump up the graphics a little bit better. Make it up to date. Make Toy Story 1 look like Toy Story 4.
Right.
Like, I just want to see that. I don't want to see a new take. I don't want to see Nani giving away Lilo. All right.
What? You know what? One of these weeks we'll do a lineup of all the live action things that came with this year with How to Train Your Dragon, Lilo, Stitch, and Snow White. just to bitch
Hey,
about
hey,
it.
How to Train Your Dragon might be good.
Yeah, you never know. But until then, yeah. Question for you and the audience: do you have any Disney scene in that you remember that first ripped your heart out? Since Disney is known to do that.
Fox and the Hound, when
Oh yeah.
when the fox had to like leave
Oh man.
owner, that shit made me cry and still does.
Jesse's backstory in Toy Story 2. That is the saddest song I've ever heard in my life. I was like,
Ag-
yeah. Can't be overstated how powerful the first 5 minutes of Up is compared to the rest of the movie. Because when they're like, squirrel. You're just like, fucking what?
You're still trying to recover.
Yeah.
And it's just happy, funny ha-has.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, okay, fine.
Yeah. It's like, you broke my heart and now it's just mediocre. Why?
Yeah, I have to agree with people where they're like, Up is mid. It was really good at the start, but Up is mid.
Yeah. I also don't. You know what? Why doesn't Disney just if they're going to do live action remakes, why don't you just do live action remakes of your bad shit? Like the Disney movie of cows on like Home and the Range, I think it was called.
Yes, but how dare you? That shit was great, from what I remember.
Yeah, that or
I
maybe
think.
or maybe Chicken Little. I don't remember Chicken Little that much.
How fucking dare you?
Here we go again.
No, okay. We're having that. We're having that situation again. Rewatch Chicken Little.
Yeah,
you
fine.
son of a bitch.
I'll rewatch it. I just remember as a kid I didn't like it because of the fucking fox, and that's about it.
Really?
Yeah, it annoyed me so much. I was like, I don't want to watch it anymore. Can't think of any other Disney moments that made me cry or remakes I want done. But yeah, I agree with majority of mankind that are saying it's not a question of ethnicity. I don't mind you not casting white people as Snow White or as the Little Mermaid. It's you copy and pasting every single goddamn movie you have.
Or it's not that copying pasting. Like, all right, that's fine. It's just that you're trying to redo the message the original movie was trying to make, or the way you redo the story. It's just not up to par with how the original did it.
Yeah, it just feels like you're doing this for a cash grab where the
Exactly.
originals all did this because they wanted to tell an amazing story, and if you keep digging through this well, you eventually just hit rock bottom, and I hope that never happens. Apparently they're not doing live action remakes anymore because of the tanking of Snow White, so hopefully that stops the trend.
Great, because it really hammered it in with Lilo and Stitch. Because holy shit, that shit was bad.
I've seen it.
I was like, dude, everybody's at uproar. Yes, I did. Like, it's fucked.
Oh,
I was just like, and I had to rewatch Lilo and Stitch as soon as we got home. We were like, nah, this is not how it's supposed to go.
yeah. That's been our video on Wall-E. What do you guys think? If you like what you see here, please leave a like, subscribe, and ding the bell icon to get notified of when we upload next. We're also on Spotify and TikTok to see your best and funniest moments. Spotify to hear us on the go. And the video episode was us on TikTok and ends off on Letterboxd. Where can they find you?
You can find me at JohnJM_ on Instagram. It is my account.
And until the next time, we'll see you then. Bye, everybody.
Ciao.